Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs of 14th of November 2024. So let's start and see that what are the things we can learn from this day and what are the things we can add into our notes. So before we start, these are the topics I got covered for you in this session. So the topics are like this. So I've got some international news, national news, defense news, science and technology news, important days, books and authors, ranks and reports, awards and recognitions, appointments and resignations, and at last I'll summarize all the things for all of you. Before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So first news that we have today with us is India joins ARINAP steering committee, assume presidency and host AGM in 2026. So first of all, India has joined the steering committee. What is the meaning of steering committee? A committee that particularly is responsible for giving the directions to any organizations. Like if we talk about the steering committee of the Constituent Assembly. So Constituent Assembly also had a steering committee that was handled by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who was the president of Constituent Assembly also. So that is called steering committee. So India has joined the steering committee of the Asset Recovery Interagency Network Asia Pacific to combat economic crimes and hence asset recovery capabilities. So a lot of times we have seen that people do economic crimes and they just left the country. And for that purpose, India has now joined the Asset Recovery Interagency Network Asia Pacific that works in the region of Asia and Pacific regions to particularly combat the economic crimes and enhance asset recovery capabilities. Directorate of Enforcement representing India will assume the presidency of network in 2026 and has its annual general meeting the same year. The alignment reflects India's commitment to international cooperation on financial crimes, supports its broader strategic goals under the G20 framework. ARINAP is a multi-agency network based in Seoul, that is in South Korea, facilitating the exchange of information regarding unlawful activities across the Asia-Pacific region. As I said to you, the network operates under the framework of the Camden Asset Recovery Interagency Network, which includes over 100 jurisdictions worldwide. So do remember this one, that India has joined the ARINAP steering committee and assumed the presidency and host AGM in 2026. DPIIT amends Bicycle Retroreflective Devices Order 2020. So the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade amended the Bicycle Retroreflective Devices Order 2020, which come into effect on July 1st, 2023. The amendment includes exemptions for the import of 200 bicycle reflectors for R&D purpose by manufacturer. It also exempts the import of bicycle reflectors by Indian bicycle manufacturer for export purposes, subject to certain conditions. These relaxations aims to promote growth in performance, durability, dependency within the bicycle manufacturing sector. DPIIT has been issuing quality control order since 1987, covering over 330 products under the Bureau of Indian Standard Act. So do remember that DPIIT has amended the Bicycle Retroreflective Devices Order, and the direct impact of this amendment is for the import of 200 bicycle reflectors for the research and development purpose by the manufacturers. So do remember that the new amendment has been done regarding the bicycle retroreflective devices. IIM Shillong signs the memorandum with SIDBI to launch entrepreneurship training and incubation program. So Indian Institute of Management Shillong, that is in Meghalaya, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Small Industrial Development Bank of India to launch entrepreneurship training and incubation program in northeastern region. The partnership introduces the Skill to Enterprise model program aiming to equipping aspiring entrepreneurs with necessary skills, knowledge, and mentorship. The initiative will offer 18-month entrepreneurship training program for 30 selected participants, combining classrooms, learning, hand-on experience, and incubation support. The collaboration aims to foster sustainable business development, entrepreneurial growth in the northeastern region. So do remember that IIM Shillong has signed a MOU with SIDBI to launch the entrepreneurship training and incubation program. And for the purpose to provide the skills to the particular students who have particularly want an entrepreneurship program for themselves. And also SIDBI is to particularly give particular financial assistance for this purpose. And this program is a kind of an incubation program and a training for the entrepreneurs, leading entrepreneurs that are going to be lead India. So the partnership introduces the skill to enterprise model. Windex 2024, fifth joint military exercise between India, Vietnam held in Haryana. So the fifth edition of the Vietnam-India bilateral army exercise is being conducted at Ambala, Haryana, and Chandi Mandir military station in Panchkula district of Haryana. So basically the fifth joint military exercise, that is Windex. So remember, Windex is between India and Vietnam. Slinex is between India and Sri Lanka. Simbex is between India and Singapore. So Windex 2024 is the fifth edition and it is based in Ambala, Haryana, Chandi Mandir military station in Panchkula. Exercise aims to enhance defense ties between India and Vietnam, focused on joint military readiness, particularly United Nations peacekeeping missions. Indian Army contingent comprising 47 personnel from the Corps of Engineers is participating alongside a similarly sized contingent from the Vietnam People's Army. Windex 2024 includes 48-hour validation exercise featuring humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, demonstration and equipment exhibition. This year, the exercise has expanded to include both the Army and Air Force of India and Vietnam, reflecting a deeper commitment to bilateral cooperations. So do remember this, that Windex 2024, the fifth joint military exercise, is held between India and Vietnam, and it was held in Haryana, Ambala at the Chandi Mandir military station. CWC reports Himalayan glacier lakes saw over 10% area expansion from 2011 to 2024. So it is quite a worrying thing for us that the glacial lakes have expanded and above 11% or 10% to 11%, and that is between 2011 to 2024. What is the meaning of this? So try to think it like this, that in the mountains there are very large number of snow glaciers and caps that are particularly creating a depression in the mountain regions. But during these days, these caps and these glaciers have been melted and formed a lake. And you would be thinking, sir, it is a good thing that they are forming the lake. No, they are not. This is not a good thing, because these lakes will lead to water rise in the rivers. This will directly mean that the water rise in the oceans will also be there. And as much as the water will rise, this will impact the coastal areas of all over the world countries which have coastal areas. And that is how the particular cities at the coastal areas starts submerging into the sea. And because of that, this particular thing is shown here. So according to the Central Water Commission report, glacial lakes in Himalayan regions have increased by 10.81% in area from 5.33 lakh hectare in 2011 to 5.91 lakh hectares in 2024. The report identifies 67 lakes in India that have expanded by over 40%, placing them in the high risk category for potential glacial lake outburst floods. Notable expansions have been observed in regions like Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, indicating heightened risk of GLOFs. And also, yes, one more thing that will impact the particular states with the glaciers are GLOF. So GLOF is a kind of a thing when the glacial lakes burst out and they have particular water in them. They particularly give a impactful rise that leads to floods in the local areas. The report emphasizes the need for continuous monitoring of glacial lakes international cooperations for effective risk mitigation. It also highlights the potential impact on water availability in major river systems like Ganga, Brahmaputra, and Indus. So do remember CWC report, Himalayan glacial lakes show over 10% expansion. ISRO launches India's first analog space mission in Ladakh, Leh. So India's first Mars and Moon analog mission have been launched in Leh Ladakh by the Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO. Mission is collaboration between ISRO, AAKA Space Studio Private Limited, the University of Ladakh, IIT Bombay, and the Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council. Ladakh was chosen for its environmental similarities to Mars and the Moon, making it ideal for testing life support system and rover mobility. The mission features an compact inflatable habitat and with essential facilities like hydroponics farm, kitchen, and sanitation systems. The goal is to assess life support, habitat, sustainability, resource management, and psychological effect of isolation in harsh conditions. So for all these purposes, this mission, that is the first analog space mission, is launched in Ladakh, and this is the collaboration between ISRO and AAKA Space Studio Private Limited, along with the University of Ladakh, IIT Bombay, and Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council. What are the basic goal? The basic goal is to assess life support, habitat and sustainability, resource management, and psychological effect of isolation in harsh conditions. Scientists discover the sixth ocean hidden 700 kilometers below the Earth's surface. So, as we know that we have 5 oceans all over the world, and now scientists have discovered a massive underground sixth ocean located about 700 kilometers below the Earth's surface. This underground ocean is made up of water trapped within the crystalline structure of blue minerals known as ringwoodite. The researchers team, led by geophysicist Stephen Jacobson, utilized seismic data from thousands of earthquakes to uncover this concealed water source. The underground ocean is 3 times the size of all the Earth's surface ocean combined. So that is a big thing. So please remember that scientists have discovered the sixth ocean in the terms of water trapped within crystalline structure of a blue mineral. So it is not a kind of like that. It is a simple water there. It is a particular crystalline structure mineral that has been trapped there. World Science Day for Peace and Development. So United Nations World Science Day for Peace and Development is observed on 10th of November to highlight the role of science in society. 2024 observance marks the 23rd edition of World Science Day for Peace and Development. The theme for 2024 is Youth at the Forefront, emphasizing the importance of engaging young people in scientific discussions. The day was proclaimed by UNESCO in 2001, with the first observance held on November 10, 2002. The 2024 observance is held under the aegis of International Decade of Sciences for Sustainable Development. So do remember, World Science Day for Peace and Development is held on 10th of November. And 11th of November is the National Education Day. National Education Day, 11th of November, is observed annually on 11th November to mark the birth anniversary of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, first Education Minister of Independent India. Highlights the importance of providing quality education and skill development opportunities. 11th November 2024 marks that 136th birth anniversary of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, who was born on 11th November 1888. The Ministry of Human Resource Development designated November 11th as the National Education Day in 2008. First ever National Education Day was observed on 11th November 2008. Collins Dictionary named brat as word of the year. So remember this thing, this is very important for all the exams. Collins Dictionary has named brat as the word of the year 2024, redefined by British singer Charlie XCX. Originally a term for misbehaving child, brat has transformed into a symbol of confidence, independence, and hedonism. The transformation began with Charlie XCX hit sixth album Brat, which inspired the phrase Brat Summer. Previous Collins Word of the Year include AI 2023, Permacrisis 2022, and NFT 2021. The shortlist words for 2024 include Delulu, Lux Maxing, Barnot, Era, Anti-Tourism, Romantasy, Raw Dogging, Yapping, and Supermajority. So these are the shortlisted words, but which word has been chosen? That is brat. ADB report India to face 24.7% GDP loss by 2070 due to climate change. So according to the Asian Development Bank report, Asia Pacific Climate Report 2024, catalyzing finance and policy solutions, India is projected to witness a 24.7% GDP. The report estimates that the Asia Pacific region could face a 16.9% GDP loss by 2070 and 41% loss by 2100 under high-end emission scenarios. Rising sea levels and decreasing labor productivity are identified as the significant factors contributing to other losses. These losses, with lower income, vulnerable economies being the most affected. The report cautions that up to 300 million people in the region could be at risk from coastal inundation, with trillions of dollars worth of coastal assets facing annual damage by 2070. The report emphasizes the need for urgent climate action to mitigate these potential economic impacts. So do remember that ADB has reported India to face 24.7% GDP loss by 2070. 11th Edelweiss Huron India Philanthropy List. So 11th edition of the Huron India Philanthropy List released by the Edelweiss Foundation, Huron India, named Shiv Nadar and his family as the India's most generous for the third time in 5 years, with the donation of rupees 2,153 crore in the financial year 23-24. Mukesh Ambani, Chairman and Managing Director of Reliance, secured second spot with the donation of 407 crore. Bajaj family took the third spot with the donation of 352 crore. Rohini Nilekani, co-founder and director of Ekstep, was named with India's most generous woman with a personal donation of rupees 154 crore. Zerodha co-founder Nikhil Kamath was listed as one of the youngest philanthropists at 38 years old. So do remember the 11th Edelweiss Huron India Philanthropy List. FIH Star Awards 2024. Harmanpreet Singh named up as the man of the player. PR Srijesh bagged man's goalkeeper of the year. So Indian men's hockey team captain Harmanpreet Singh won the International Hockey Federation Man's Player of the Year award for the third time, securing 63.84% of the votes. Former Indian hockey team goalkeeper PR Srijesh won the FIH Man's Goalkeeper of the Year award for the third time, securing over 62% of the vote. The award was announced during the 49th FIH Statutory Congress held in Muscat. Harmanpreet Singh previously won the FIH Man's Player of the Year award. PR Srijesh, known as the Wall of India, who had won the FIH Man's Goalkeeper of the Year award 2021-2022. So do remember FIH Star Awards, Harmanpreet Singh, Man's Player of the Year, PR Srijesh bags Man's Goalkeeper of the Year. Thiruvananthapuram Corporation, first Indian city to win Global Award for Sustainable Development in Cities. So recently, Thiruvananthapuram Municipal Corporation, Kerala, has become the first Indian city to win the Global Award for Sustainable Development in Cities, also known as the Shanghai Award. The award ceremony was held on November 2 in Alexandria, Egypt, coinciding with the World Cities Day. The Thiruvananthapuram Mayor Arya Rajendran and the CEO of the Smart City Thiruvananthapuram Limited, Rahul Sharma, received the award. Key projects include the installation of 17,000 kilowatt of solar panels, conversion of all street lights to LED technology, and introduction of 115 electric buses and 100 electric autos. Award recognizes cities advancing sustainable practices aligned with the 2030 Agenda and New Urban Agenda, focusing on Sustainable Development Goal 11. So do remember Thiruvananthapuram Corporation, first Indian city to win the Global Award for Sustainable Development in Cities. Justice Sanjeev Khanna sworn in as the 51st Chief Justice of India. So recently, Justice Sanjeev Khanna was sworn in as the 51st Chief Justice, succeeding Justice Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachud. The oath of office was administered by President Draupadi Murmu during the ceremony at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Justice Sanjeev Khanna will hold the post until 13th May. He has been part of several landmark judgments, including revocation of Article 370 and electoral bonds scheme. Justice Khanna enrolled as an advocate with the Bar Council of Delhi in 1983 and was elevated as the judge of the Supreme Court of India on January 18, 2019. So do remember, Justice Sanjeev Khanna sworn in as the Chief Justice of India. Maia Sandu re-elected as the President of Moldova for the second term. So recently, Maia Sandu has been re-elected for the second term as the President of Moldova, receiving 55.33% of the vote. She previously served as the President of Moldova from 2020 to 2024. Maia Sandu has a background as a former World Bank economist and has held various positions in the Moldovan government. She founded the Action and Solidarity Party in May 2016 and served as its president until December 2020. Sandu has also served as the Moldova's Prime Minister from June 2019 to November 2019. So do remember, Maia Sandu re-elected as the President of Moldova for the second term. MS Dhoni, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, appointed as a brand ambassador for Jharkhand Assembly election. So recently, the former Indian cricket captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni has been appointed as the brand ambassador for the upcoming Jharkhand election by the Election Commission. Dhoni will help raise awareness about voting through the SWEEP, that is Systematic Voter Education and Electoral Participation Program. The elections of 81 assembly seats will be held in two phases, November 13 and November 20, with results announced on November 23. Dhoni's involvement aims to encourage more people to vote by leveraging his popularity. So do remember, Mahendra Singh Dhoni has been appointed as a brand ambassador for Jharkhand Assembly elections. He was a former captain of India and won 2007 World Cup, 2020 the Pioneer World Cup, 2011 World Cup, that is a 50-over World Cup, and 2013 ICC Champions Trophy, and has won 5 times IPL so far. So let's revise what we have learned so far. So India joins ARIN AP Steering Committee, assume presidency and host AGM in 2016. DPIIT amends Bicycle Retro Reflective Devices Quality Control Order. IIM Shillong signs memorandum with SIDBI to launch Entrepreneurship Training and Incubation Program. WinBEX 2024 fifth joint military exercise between India and Vietnam, held in Haryana, Ambala. CWC report, Himalayan glacial lakes show over 10% expansion from 2011 to 2024. ISRO launches India's first analog space mission in Ladakh. Scientists discovered sixth ocean hidden 700 km below the Earth's surface. World Science Day for Peace and Development, November 10. National Education Day, November 11. Collins Dictionary named brat as the word of the year. ADB report India to face 24.7% GDP loss by 2070. 11th, Edelgive Hurun, India gives philanthropy list. Shiv Nadar tops. FIH Star Awards, Harmanpreet Singh named as the player of the year. PR Sujay bagged man goalkeeper of the year award. Thiruvananthapuram Corporation, first Indian city to win global award for sustainable development in cities. Justice Sanjeev Khanna sworn in as the 51st Chief Justice of India. Maia Sandu re-elected as the President of Moldova for the second term. MS Dhoni appointed as a brand ambassador for Jharkhand Assembly election. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned a lot of things and gained a lot of knowledge with me in this session. And I will help you in the next session as well, in which we talk more about the current affairs and more on the general knowledge things. So till then, bye-bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.